Hey, I wanted to show you a cool little jam in drop D tuning. This is something I use a lot. This is a 1-5-4, and I call it 1-5-4 because you use a D chord, an A chord, and in this case a G chord that looks like this. And I'm going to show you how to finger those in a second. But first I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel and being a part of supporting all that we do here. We're having a great time and having some fun lessons, and also just original songs and jams and whatever is coming up each day. So this one we drop our open E down to D. Okay, it sounds like that. So by coming down a full step with this open E, you drop this and you've got a full D chord. When you hit the D chord, sounds pretty awesome. So normally you're not able to do that when your open E is tuned to E, but by tuning it down a full step, it goes great with this D chord. Now what it also does is it allows us to kind of get a little drone going. So for the purposes of the right hand, I'm just doing a down, 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 down stroke. Just so it's got that Seattle stroke. So as far as the D chords, you can hit a regular D chord, and that's fine. But you can also omit the high E string and just kind of get a drone going. So I'm going from a D that looks like this. You can play it like that, but like this. I like this particular version of D with the first finger on the second fret of the G, second on the third fret of the B. That's it. And so if you want to hit that F sharp, you can. You pick that up. But normally we would play it like that. A lot of people play a D like that. But I like it like this because when you go to the A, you don't have very far to travel. You can just go. So instead of having to go, that's a bit of a, that's a lot of work. So I'm always looking for easier ways to get from chord to chord. And this one is one of the easiest, just by simply going and then flatten out your index finger and catch that second fret on the D, G, and B string. That's a really easy move, right? Now when you go to your G chord, we're going to have to reconfigure it because remember we've dropped that low E down a full step. So instead of doing a regular G like this, that doesn't sound good, does it? No, because you've got an F chord in there, which is not part of the G chord. An F note, I should say. So what you do is you take your third finger and your pinky and you move it up to the 5th fret on the low E and low A. Looks like that. And then catch your first finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, which is a D note, and you've got your G chord. You can, if you want to, pick up that G note, 3rd fret on the E, it's a bit of a stretch, but you don't really need it for the purposes of this particular jam, because this jam is kind of like a modal sound, not really minor or major, just sort of a real, almost Celtic kind of sound, okay? So here's what I like about all the little shapes I just showed you with that drop D. You can get pretty free with it, so check it out. So that was a little, got some cool little licks there that I wanted to show you. And so the reason for that is just by repeating this 1-5-4 move, 1-5-4, you open yourself up to all kinds of cool licks that will go against it. So you really have fun with it. So that walk down was at first I did a hammer-on. I went. So I'm hammering on with my 3rd finger on the G string, going from a D chord and then hammer on to the 4th fret of the G string. That really works well. And You can also open it up to the open G string, so it sounds like this. So you can just play with that. Okay? And then on the A, again, you're landing with your target A string, hit that A string and let that ring out. Make sure you come down with that A string. That's your target note. And then your G chord. And then that little walk down lick I did was, I did it with my third, second, first, open. So third finger, 5th fret, second finger, 4th fret, first finger, 2nd fret, and then open D. The last lick I want to show you is something that I made up around these changes. It's kind of fun. I'll try to show you just the meat of it. It goes okay? Let me slow that down for you. And just understand that that goes against and it's a great vocabulary lick to have. So it starts with the open A, and then 2nd fret, A string, 2nd finger, open D, and then it goes up to a 4th fret D, 3rd fret, or 2nd fret D, okay? And then it goes back up, 2nd to the 4th fret, slide it, and then 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret A string, open A. That's the lick. And then if you want to get fancy with it, you can go. That's a little rockabilly, little Celtic rockabilly. So let me slow that one down for you just so you have it. So I'm going to play it in slow motion first. Okay, that's the first half. Sorry. Okay, and then I repeat that whole thing. And then this is where I do the bend on the 2nd fret of the D string. That's the money shot right there. Killer lick. And then okay? So here's what it sounds like. I'll sing it for you. So that's a fun little, it's almost like a U2 sound to it. To me, it's got a little Celtic rock feel to it, but like I said, I put a little rockabilly in it. So that's just something you can do in 1-5-4 changes in D, and I'm just going to play it out for you right now and do some fun stuff to it so you can see where you can go. So there's a little jam in D for you. Hope you enjoyed that. Have fun with it, and we'll see you down the road.